Good evening and welcome. It is time for softball. I'm Scott Harrison, part of the K-West crew here in Weslaco, Texas. We are at the home of the Lady Panthers of Weslaco, and tonight they are hosting the Hanna Lady Eagles from Brownsville. And we see that it is going to be a gorgeous night as far as sunlight, but we do have some winds out there that are going to be a factor. And the winds, well, they are blowing 25 to 30 miles an hour at times. I know walking up the steps to the booth just about blew me away, but we are going to be ready to go. And we see Weslaco, they are 8-2 on the season, 3-2 in district. And this is 32-6A baseball here in South Texas. Lady Eagles 3-7 overall, 1-5 as far as district action. And tonight, our starting pitcher is going to be Kat Reyes, and she will get ready with the first pitch. And we are underway, and it is a strike. And she is facing Leanne Castro. She is wearing number 5. She is the center fielder. And we talked to their coach, the Lady Eagles coach, before the game, Greg Boomer Larson. That's right, his nickname is Boomer. And that is a foul ball. Will go out of play on the first base side. And he said his top 3 batters, they are the main hitters, at least, I guess, power or whatever, in his lineup. So, again, we'll see how they do tonight. And Castro, she is a junior and, again, a center fielder. And right now the count 0-2. Of course, we have seen Kat pitch many times this season, and we've seen her strike out a number of batters. Her strikeout total has gone into double digits at times this year. And we know we'll get at least a couple innings out of her, and then maybe we'll see another pitcher come in. Only time will tell. But right now we will concentrate on what she is doing out there. Again, Julia Rodriguez may come in from the outfield. And right now it is 1-2. And, of course, quite often we see the change in pitchers. We'll have to wait and see. Both pitchers, both primary pitchers for Weslaco have started games this year. And that is a foul ball. And, of course, we know that Kat has a good fastball. Also curveball, screwball, has a good selection of pitches, changeup. So she definitely is in command so far of her pitches, 1-2 the count. And always fun watching her play. Also can hit the ball. And that is outside. 2-2 is the count. And again, no rain in the forecast for tonight. Actually, no rain, I don't think, in the forecast this week for the Weslaco area. But we do have, again, winds. Winds have been a factor at times for games this year. And that is a swinging strike 3. So Castro strikes out. And now we are going to have the shortstop coming up next. And that is number 1, Ariana Martinez. She's a sophomore, and she can play shortstop or second base. Their pitcher, by the way, is going to be a junior, Cameron Delgado. And I don't think she has a lot of experience, but she is a righty. And we'll see how she does tonight. Talking with Coach Larson before the game, he mentioned the fact that he does have a young team, and that is a called strike. So Kat on the mark in the early going. Glad to have you aboard. Last week, of course, big game in district against Los Fresnos here on Thursday night. Lost by Weslaco. Big write-up in the paper about it prior to the game in McAllen, the Monitor. Glad to see them giving publicity that is to girls softball. And that is fouled off. 0-2 is the count. So we'll see if Kat can stay ahead. And we talked tonight to Mario Rodriguez, head coach of Weslaco, before the game. He said that, he's trying to get his younger players in and, again, trying to feel out how everybody is doing. And, again, that is going to be another strikeout, swinging strikeout. So first 2 girls go down swinging, striking out for the Lady Eagles. And that is going to bring up the third baseman, Sarah Trinidad. She wears number 7, a sophomore. Again, we mentioned they're young. And remember, talking to their coach, Boomer before the game, Coach Larson, he said that, again, the strength of their lineup is the top 3 girls. And so far, first 2 have gone down swinging, and Kat has been on. And that is a called strike. So we are glad to have everyone listening tonight. And, of course, working our scoreboard, Alex Bravo, and in the background you hear our PA announcer, Beto Chavez. Glad to be working with these gentlemen here in the press box. Again, 0-2, and definitely in command of her pitches so far has been Kat Reyes, and she will actually be batting 3rd in the lineup tonight, so in the bottom of the 1st we'll also see her bat. And that is a strikeout, so 3 up, 3 down, and we've played a half inning. No score between the Lady Eagles and Weslaco coming to bat.
Before Rene Hinojosa became a business executive, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. He participated in UIL academics, designed the original Wildcats logo, was an all-state academic middle linebacker. He then played for the Longhorns, graduating with a business degree from UT. Now he's the Director of Strategic Development at Doctors Hospital at Renaissance. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Rene Hinojosa, WISD was the right choice.
Lily Torres can be a good little slap hitter. Again, Weslaco 8-2, 3-2 in district. Their losses to Harlingen 4-1, and last week to Los Fresnos 3-1 again. Both their losses coming in district, of course. Harlingen, Los Fresnos, and Harlingen South each just have 1 loss in district play, and they're all at the top of the leaderboard. But right behind them, we've got teams like Weslaco, and first pitch is a ball. We mentioned Lily is a lefty going against Cami Delgado. And she is more of a finesse pitcher, has a drop pitch, a screwball, not overpowering. We talked to their coach, Greg Boomer Larson, before the game, and says, you know, probably her fastest speed is maybe 50 miles an hour. A lot of girls, of course, can throw near 60. So she's going to have to find her spots, and she did that time. And it's now a 1-2 count. We know Weslaco can put some runs on the board. We've seen them, I think, score about 21 at some point this season, 21-22. And that ball slapped foul down the left field line. So count remains 1-2. Again, Torres, a senior, primarily plays second base. And again, we've seen her get on walks too at times. Has a good eye at the plate. When she gets behind the count, does a good job slapping away the pitches. That one fouled back to stay alive. Again, a 1-2. Also, for the Lady Eagles, I want to thank Eddie Garcia, one of their assistants. Had a nice chat with him, as well as their head coach, Mr. Larson, before the game. Appreciate their insights. And that ball slapped down to third. Third baseman throws, and Lily is way too fast, and she will get on with a hit. So the third baseman, Sarah Trinidad, tried to get it down to Alyssa Rios at first, but there was no way that slow roller was going to result in an out. Lily, just too much speed for that. And coming up now, again, we mentioned, it is going to be Caitlin Garcia playing first tonight. And again, the catcher fakes the throw to first. Brianna Garcia, number 6, is the catcher tonight for the Lady Eagles. Outfield playing fairly deep with those winds blowing out. Again, I know it's got to be at times maybe 25 miles an hour. And that's a swinging strike. Goes after a high ball. And it's now 1-1. Lady Panthers in their purple uniforms. Basically white helmets, white numerals, and white lettering. That'll be fouled back. Count will be 1-2. And Lady Eagles remind me of some jerseys the San Diego Padres once wore. I actually worked for one of their minor league teams for a while in AA ball, back when the Mobile Bay Bears were in existence, and they've got their, again, kind of a yellow mustard colored socks and numerals, and their brown jerseys, grayish pants, and Lily will steal second. So, runner now in scoring position, 2-2 the count, no outs. We're here in the bottom of the first. Again, my name's Scott Harrison, part of our K-West crew tonight. Game on YouTube. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Hope everybody enjoyed spring break last week. Those who had it, that's fouled back. But it's good to be back out here again. And tomorrow, going cross town, be involved with a Weslaco East baseball game. We'll talk more about that in a bit. But right now, going to concentrate on softball. Delgado throws up high, so it'll be a full count of 3-2. Again, she won't really overpower people too much, and that is from their coach, Coach Larson. She's going to have to hit her spots tonight against a more experienced Weslaco squad. And, of course, they're chomping at the bit to get back in their winning ways after losing that district game to Los Fresnos last Thursday. That is fouled back. Count stays full. Coach Larson, by the way, is from Red Wing, Minnesota. That's where the boots come from, right? So, again, he went to college in Decorah, Iowa. I actually went to a wedding there once. I think it's Lutheran College over there. Someone asked, was it my wedding? No. So I'll just answer that one word. That is fouled back. And we still have it at 3-2. It was a nice wedding, though. But there's a Lutheran school over there. I think it's called Luther College, maybe. And that is where he went to school. Played football. Big guy. And that ball is inside. Ball 4. So first two runners get to base. Torres and Garcia. Katia Reyes, we call her Kat, is up next. This is the pitcher. You hear Beto in the background. Chavez, our PA announcer. Yes, we heard Michael Jackson as he informs us. Actually, Jackson 5 to be specific. And that is going to be hit down the middle. And we're watching her to see, a runner will get to third and a runner will score, and Kat will get to second. So she'll advance to second on the throw, gets a single, gets an RBI. And Garcia will go to third. Kat advances to second on the throw. And Jules Garcia, number 27, the catcher, is next. Kat, by the way, is a junior, if we didn't mention that. And Garcia, a junior also, wears 27. And we've seen her be involved in some long games this year. She can handle it. Specifically thinking about that Weslaco East game that went 8 innings before Weslaco here won in the bottom of the 8th, 10-9, coming back from quite a deficit in that game to win. And that'll be a strike, strike one. Again, runners at second and third, no outs, bottom of the first. And that is going to be slapped between short and third. And that is going to bring in 2 runs, and the runner will advance to second on the throw again. So a single and 2 RBIs that time as Garcia comes in. And so does Kat Reyes. Merlin Chavarria is next. She's playing first. And she is a senior. Where's number 19? So we do have a pitch runner right now. Madison Lopez is in running for the catcher. She is going to be at second base. She is a utility player, a junior. And she comes in for Garcia. First pitch is a strike, 0-1. So 3 runs in already. Couple hits and a walk. Actually 3 hits and a walk. Couple singles and a double. And I guess technically maybe, were they all singles and we call them advancing to second on the throws? Okay, so let me clear that up. No double there. They all were singles. All 3 hits were singles. And the batters advanced to second on the throws. And then, of course, the walk there, too. Count is 1-2. Tori Sanchez will be next, playing third tonight, number 9. Again, we do have mercy rules. We won't get into that quite yet. We'll see if it becomes relevant as time goes on. We've seen it happen a couple times this year at least. And that is going to be a ball, 2-2. Of course, remember, a lot of young squads in this district. And that is why sometimes we see Weslaco roll up the score, because they're just playing against younger competition, not as experienced. And that is going to be 3-2. So we get ready for the next pitch. Full count. Again, runner at second. No indication of any steal. That is fouled back. You see Coach Larson, of course, for Hanna. You can tell he played football, big man, but in good shape. But definitely didn't ask his position. I wouldn't doubt he was some sort of lineman. And that is popped up. Let's see if it stays in bounds. Catcher tries to run over for it, can't quite grab it. So a little bit of luck there for the batter. Stays alive. Catcher tried to run over and get it. Couldn't quite make the play. Brianna Garcia. So let's see if Merlin can capitalize on that break. And she does. She gets the walk. So Tori Sanchez will be coming to the plate.
Up next for the Lady Panthers, number 9, your third baseman, Tori Sanchez.
She is 6th in the order. She can also play catcher, just a sophomore. Again, Amaya Rodriguez, the head coach, said he wanted to once again play some of his younger players, get them a chance to play, since the team has not played that many games yet this season. We've seen them at times play in the starting lineup up to 3 freshmen. And that is going to be a ball. Again, runners at first and second. Lopez at second. Chavarria at first. Mia Rodriguez coming up next. She had that game-winning hit earlier this season against Weslaco East. Ball 2. And Rodriguez, also a freshman. So again, Coach has a lot of faith in his younger players, Coach Rodriguez. That is going to be fouled off down the right field line. No chance for a play. Still 2-1. Waiting to see if anybody at some point is going to launch one back toward the warning track or over the fence tonight. Only time will tell. Conditions are right for it. Yeah, as we mentioned before, we hear the guys talking about the perfect weather here. It is a nice day to be out. A little windy maybe, but as far as sitting out at night, it's nice. Good time of year to be doing that. And that is going to be popped, and it's going to fall into center field. And the runners had to wait for a moment, but the ball gets past the center fielder. And now we are going to see 2 runners score, and the batter will get to third. So is that a single? A single and an error on the center fielder, and 2 runs score.
Up next for your Lady Panthers, your left fielder, number 34, Mia Rodriguez.
Mia Rodriguez is next. And I'll ask Alex, our official score up here. No RBIs on that, right? No RBIs because of the error. Okay. So 2 runs come in, but we do not give any RBIs to Tori on that one, although she's on third base. She got a single, advance to third when the center fielder misplayed the ball, got by her, did not make an error trying to get it. It fell in front of her, but as she tried to field it, it got by her toward the wall in center field, and that allowed the 2 runners to come in. So we still have no outs, 5-0 already. 4 hits so far for Weslaco here in the first inning. And probably Weslaco will bat around at least here in the first inning. 1-1 the count. Again, Coach Larson admitted he had a young pitcher in here tonight. He made no excuses, says, could be a little bit rough. You got a young team, but that's the only way you learn, to get out there and play, get experience. I always say that to the coaches. That's going to be fouled back. Maybe you struggle when you're younger, but then have some good seasons later on. Again, Delgado is a junior, so she's got another year. More she pitches, better it's going to be for her. That is high. 2-2 the count. I think we hear a train in the background. I've seen, like everywhere I lived and work, I've always been near trains. Next pitch. That is going to be a ball. Full count, 3-2. Just missed high. Good eye by the batter. And remember, just a freshman. Here's the pitch. And goes after a high pitch. Not sure if that was in the zone or not, but nevertheless, tried to get some power on it, but missed. So that is the first out of the inning.
Number 5, Lexi Escamilla.
Leslie Escamilla is up playing center tonight. And she can also play shortstop, a sophomore. And again, we talk about other squads being young. Weslaco's young too, but they're able to mix experience and youth together. And a lot of times when they're playing a younger team, they make the most of it by getting those young players in. And that's what makes Coach Rodriguez such a good coach. He knows which buttons to push when. Ball 1. 5-0 again the score, bottom of the first. Weslaco up. Ball 2. Delgado wears number 13. I always wonder when players wear zeros or double zeros or 13s, what their mindset is in that. And, of course, some people think 13 is lucky. Some think it's unlucky. Just up to the individual. Ball 3. And regardless of what happens tonight, I wouldn't say it's an unlucky number for her. She's playing a very good team. Let's give credit where credit's due and not just play the superstition game. That's going to be a strike, hits the corner. Can't blame the batter for not swinging when you're up 3-0. Maybe even the coach told her not to swing, not sure. I have to ask Coach how much signals he gives to them when the count's like 3-0 about swinging or not swinging. That's going to be high. That's going to go back, and it is out of here. Home run to center field, and that is a 3-bagger. 3 runs, I should say, came in. 4-bagger, but got 3 runs in. So nice job there.
Home run, Alexi Escamilla.
3-run homer for Alexi Escamilla. We were talking about when we might see something like that. And we just did. Just did. 3-run homer. So as far as me being here, that's the first time I've seen Lexi hit a home run.
Next to the Lady Panthers, her shortstop, number 4, Alexa Solis.
Alexis Solis, another freshman up now. She is playing shortstop. Where's number 4? And Alex, is that the first home run for Lexi as far as you know? Okay, as far as Alex knows, that is her first home run of the season. Our official scorer, Alex Bravo, helps me out here when I have questions about the team. Also runs the scoreboard. So we have now batted through the lineup. Solis in the 9th spot. 7 runs here so far in the bottom of the first on 5 hits. Been 1 error. Also, I believe a couple walks. And that is going to go to short. Shortstop can't handle it, and that is going to be hit or error. Get hit? Okay, yeah, it was a kind of tough play for the shortstop. I agree with Alex. So we have Lily coming back up again. And Lily back up again. Started off the game with a hit, and this is her 2nd time up in the inning. Still just 1 out. Lily, of course, a lefty. And she's going to bunt the ball, but it's foul. Liked her idea there with her speed. Outran a throw by the 3rd baseman to start off the game for her initial hit. Initial hit of the game for Weslaco. You wonder if Larson will stick with his pitcher all the way, and that is going to be an out. Solis tried for the stolen base, but nice throw from the catcher, and she is tagged out. Was that the shortstop that tagged her? Yeah, the shortstop tagged her out. So give credit to Martinez, Ariana Martinez. She tagged out the runner. Solis trying to steal. Solis looks like she's got pretty good speed. Just, I think, a really good throw, basically there. And that is going to be popped over the shortstop. And, again, it is misplayed, and it's going to go back to the wall. And we are going to see Lily get all the way to 3rd base. So we give it a single and an error. So, once again, a ball misplayed by an outfielder winds up on a runner, or winds up with a runner from Weslaco getting to 3rd base. That happened earlier in the game where a ball misplayed by the 3rd baseman, misplayed by the center fielder, got the runner to 3rd base, and now the left fielder misplays it, Otero, and that will get the runner to 3rd. And now we have Garcia up. She walked her first at bat. This time fouls it off. So Lily trying to score her 2nd run of the inning. And again, Jenna Otero charged with the error on that last play. 2-base error that got Lily all the way to 3rd base. And that's going to be a ball, 1-1. So this is the 11th batter of the inning for Weslaco, fouled back. Jules Garcia will be next. Of course, if she would get on, they'd put a pitch runner in for her. I'm sorry, I apologize. Kadia's next. You're right. It'll be Jules if Kadia gets on. Again, wind continues to blow. aided at least one ball becoming a homer tonight by Escamilla. Dead center of that home run. Fouled back. 1-2 with 2 outs. Good crowd gathered once again. Appreciate everyone coming out and supporting Lady Panthers softball. Here's the pitch. 2-2 the count. Ball. Garcia a lot of times a flex player, but getting a chance to bat tonight. We've seen this a couple times. So Coach Rodriguez using a lot of his younger players tonight has been working. That is going to be fouled off. First base dugout is where the visiting team is. Weslaco resides in the third base dugout. If Weslaco gets to 15 runs in the first couple innings, this game could be as short as 2.5 innings. There is mercy rules. But again, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Of course, obviously, if Weslaco got to 15, also the Lady Eagles would have to not score. And that is going to be a shot over the right fielder. And that is going to be, let's see if that's going to make a triple. Yes, it will. And that is a legitimate triple for Garcia. And Torres scores. So Lily Torres scores twice here in the inning. She had a couple singles and has scored twice. And now Kat Reyes, the pitcher's up. She singled and advanced to third on a throw. That is going to be a wild pitch, and Garcia will score. So the bases are now empty, but there are 9 runs on the scoreboard for Weslaco. Still 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Reyes, remember, struck out the side. Swinging strikeouts, all 3 of the ladies she faced. The third strike was swinging, I believe, on all 3 there in the first. And she is now the 12th batter of the inning for Weslaco. Outfield, of course, playing fairly deep because of the wind. 2-1 on the called strike. Hanna, of course, located in Brownsville, just down the road, what, 20 or 30 miles? Major city in the Rio Grande Valley, obviously. 3-1 the count. Catcher Jules Garcia, who singled in the previous at-bat she's had in this inning, would be next. And that ball will get by the second baseman. So now Reyes has 2 hits in the inning, just like Torres.
Up next for the Lady Panthers, your catcher, number 27, Jules Garcia.
Jules Garcia at bat. And as we mentioned, or as we did mention, if she should get on, they probably will put Madison Lopez in as a runner, but again, we're getting ahead of ourselves. There are 2 outs. And that ball is going to be hit into, actually caught. Nice catch, yes, catch by the right fielder. So we have now played 1 inning, and it is Weslaco ahead of the Hanna Lady Eagles, 9-0. So here's the first pitch, and it's going to be a strike. Remember, the line for Kat in the first inning, she struck out the side. 3 up, 3 down, all on strikeouts. So she pitches 1 inning, a perfect half inning, or perfect inning, I guess you should say. 3 up and 3 down for her. And it's 1-1. Weslaco, of course, wants to keep winning, wants to be 1 game behind the 3 leaders in the district who just have 1 loss. Harlingen South, and Los Fresnos. Very competitive district. Two and 1 the count. Winds keep blowing out. So I believe it's going to stay this way probably the whole evening. And that is popped up, but it will be in the stands. No play. And of course, tonight, NCAA basketball going on. I know they used to play, what, like Thursday and Saturday and Friday and Sunday, but this time, at least in the men's tournament, Monday games. Everything a little different this year. Of course, the men's tournament in Indianapolis, the women in San Antonio. That is popped up, and third baseman couldn't quite get it. The wind played tricks on that one. And Mia couldn't quite get it, Mia Rodriguez. And it's, of course, no secret tonight I'll be rooting for Ohio University. I went there. And I'm just, in general, a big fan of LSU, so I'll be pulling for them. Oral Roberts, they've won a couple games among the Cinderella stories. Yes, and of course, that is going to be a called strike. So all 4 batters so far have been called out on strikes. Again, Kat did it to 3 in the first. And now the first batter goes down in this inning with Julie Rodriguez pitching. And Texas, of course, lost in the opening round. It was good to see North Texas at least get to the second round. Ball fouled back. And of course, I know we have a lot of Texas fans, I guess, here, or maybe A&M fans. I don't know, but I hear in the background people talking about how Texas lost because of 22 turnovers. So I love to hear fans talk, even if they're fans I'm working with, like the PA announcer and the scoreboard operator. I won't say their names right now. We'll give them credit maybe later. So it is now 1-1. But no, we love talking sports here, and I love when they chime in with stuff. It adds to the broadcast, to the ambience of the broadcast. Maybe not, but I'll mention it anyhow. But Shaka Smart, I have met the man. I enjoy him as a person. I mean, I'm not here to judge him as a coach, but I did enjoy meeting him. And that ball, again, Mia tries to dive for it on the infield, can't quite get it. Great effort, but that's going to be a hit. And so the perfect game is done, and Alyssa Rios gets to first with the first hit of the game for the Lady Eagles. Jenna Otero is next. The left fielder committed an error in the first inning, but see if she can redeem herself with a runner on base. Again, 1 out. Weslaco is up 9-0. I guarantee you'll never see a Weslaco softball team with 22 errors. Going back to that comment on 22 turnovers by Texas. Coach Rodriguez, too good of a coach on the fundamentals. And I guarantee very few things in sports, but I'll guarantee that. 0-2 the count. Eight hits for Weslaco, 1 now for the Lady Eagles. And that is going to be a called strike 3. So all the outs so far for Hanna have been via the strikeout. And again, we have 2 outs. Natalia Manjares is up. Senior outfielder, playing right field tonight. Got one of those errors when she misplayed a ball in the first inning. Helped keep the inning alive, or keep going, I should say, for Weslaco. However you want to look at it. That ball is high. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Inside. I wonder how many people still have their college brackets intact. This is going to be a strange year because of, obviously, you know, I know what an ESPN at one point there were still 108 people like yesterday at one point, but I don't know if they have any left. Yeah, that Illinois one I bet affected a lot of people. Because I think a lot of people would have gone for Illinois. Although Loyola Chicago, they were a Cinderella team a couple years ago, went to the Final Four in San Antonio. And keep in mind, Villanova, anytime they get by the second round, they win the national championship, especially under their current coach. And I've seen both their championships. I was actually both in Houston and in San Antonio when they won their national championships, at least the current 2. I know they won, I think, one possibly under Raleigh Massimino years ago. I'm not positive on that, but they may have. Baylor is still in, yes. Folks, well, I know about Texas teams. And that is a swinging strikeout. So all 3 outs in this inning also are via strikeout. We have played an inning and a half, and it is Weslaco right now over Hanna, 9-0.
Before Christine McCleary was a physical therapist, she was an honor student at Weslaco ISD, played sports, and was a cheerleader. She graduated from Ohio State University, then physical therapy school at Texas State University. Now she is Dr. Christine McCleary at Triumph Therapy and part of the clinical faculty at UTRGV School of Medicine. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Christine McCleary, WISD was the right choice.
All right, so we do have a switch now, and Romy Nunez is in. And Dad, tell me, is she catching or playing first? What's that, playing first? Okay, and I can say Dad because her father's actually up here. So I don't rarely say that to somebody during a broadcast, but this is a rare time I can do that, and we know we have a proud pop up here. Of course, we're talking about Alex Bravo, our scorer. That's his daughter at bat right now, and it's good to see her out there. Getting an opportunity, get everybody getting in. She can play catcher or first, just a freshman. So, Tori going to catch? Yeah, so Tori's going to be catching. And that's a swing and a miss. And Tori, of course, she started at third base. Tori Sanchez will move to catcher. She's one of 3 catchers on the roster, as we mentioned. Pretty good depth at the catching position when you have 3 ladies that can do that. That is high. So the count is now 2-1. Nunez, again, another one of those freshmen. Talented freshmen on this team. I know they have at least 3 freshmen playing. That's popped back. I remember seeing Nunez catch a couple innings earlier this year. Did a nice job behind the plate. So going to try to get everybody in the lineup tonight. That's going to be one of the goals of Coach Rodriguez. Good eye on that one. 3-2 the count. And we'll see if we can get a rally started again. And that ball is inside, so a walk to begin the second inning. And now Tori Sanchez.
Lady Panthers, your catcher, number 9, Tori Sanchez.
Sanchez started out at third, now at catcher. She comes in for Jules Garcia, who started as catcher. Mia Rodriguez will be next. Who's the third baseman now? Mia Rodriguez, okay. On deck, Mia Rodriguez on deck will be the third baseman. She's played that before. That ball hit high towards second base, and second baseman catches it for the first out of the inning. So pop out that time, and we have one out.
Up next for the Lady Panthers, your third baseman, number 34, Mia Rodriguez.
Mia Rodriguez, just a freshman, struck out in the first inning. And we may have another substitution in a minute, but let's get through one batter here. And that is going to be a strike. There are going to be some substitutions, as we mentioned, in this game. We expected it. And that ball is going to be hit toward left field, and it's caught. Nice running catch in left field on that one for the second out. Nice job out there.
Up next for the Lady Panthers,
That was
your second
Jenna
baseman,
Otero.
number 11, Emily Luna.
Emily Luna now coming in. And she's coming in for Escamilla. And what is she going to play? Center field? All right. So Emily Luna is another substitute coming in. She's a senior. And she'll be playing center field. That pitch is a wild pitch. Nunez advances to second. Luna, we've seen her play before this year. And that is going to be a strike, 1-1 the count. So depending on how long this game goes, probably going to see just about everybody tonight play for the Weslaco Lady Panthers. Alexis Solis will be next, singled in the first. Brianna Garcia is the catcher for Hanna. Busy night for her so far. Had to catch a lot of pitches. Bunt attempt is foul. 2-2 the count. So far, one walk in this inning after Weslaco got 8 hits in the first, totaling 9 runs. Swing and a miss. And that is going to end the inning. So Weslaco leaves one runner stranded, does not score in this half inning. After 2 complete, Lady Panthers over the Lady Eagles, 9-0.
Before Dania Pulido became an attorney, she was a student at Weslaco ISD. She was a member of the National Honor Society and a cheerleader. She earned her degree from St. Mary's University, then graduated from St. Mary's University School of Law. Now she is Dania Pulido, attorney at law for Texas Legal Services Center in Austin. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Dania Pulido, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
Cassie Garcia comes up, a freshman outfielder. Her first at bat. She is a designated player in this game. And we'll get a chance to see her. And that is going to be a strike, of course. Beginning her second inning of work, Julie Rodriguez allowed a single in the second, the first runner of the game, but besides that, struck out the side in the second, just like Kat Reyes did in the first when she struck out the side. That is going to be a strike. 0-2 the count. Again, we see some activity going on over at the football stadium. I guess some soccer tonight. And that's going to be a swing and a strikeout, another swinging strikeout. So Cassie Garcia is out of there. And again, all 7 outs tonight for Hanna have been via strikeouts. And now the pitcher comes to bat, Cami Delgado, her first chance at the plate. So now all 9 players have come to the plate for Hanna. Ball 1. Glad to have everybody tuned in tonight on YouTube via KWES. Called strike. Again, Tori Sanchez beginning her first half inning at the catcher position after being at third to start the game. I think for me, this is the first time to see her play as a catcher. I've seen her play in the field before, play the infield, but not as catcher. Doing a good job so far. And that ball rolls to second and over to first. Nunez catches it, and that is the out. So nice job that time. Solis over to Nunez for the out.
Up next, number 5,
4-3. And there are now 2 outs, and that is the first time there's been an out in this game for Hanna that hasn't been a strikeout. Leanne Castro struck out in the first, obviously. Her only at bat. The leadoff hitter is up, number 5. Getting top of the third. Strike 1. Is it? Am I correct that if you're ahead 10-0 after 5, that also is a mercy rule? Yeah, I think so. Okay, I think so. But again, we're not up to that point yet, so we'll wait and see. That is fouled back. In and out of the glove of the catcher. Oh, and 1 the count. Only 1 base runner so far tonight for Hanna. A single in the second. And that's going to be Castro going to the plate, hit by the pitch. Not intentional. So second runner of the night.
Up next, number 1, Ariana Martinez.
Ariana Martinez now up. Her second at bat, of course. Strikeout in the first. Swing and a miss. First time she is facing Rodriguez. First 3 batters, Castro, Martinez, and then Sarah Trinidad, they all faced Kat in the first inning, Kat Reyes, and she struck them out. We'll see if Trinidad gets a chance to bat this half inning. Right now, 0-2 the count. We've seen, even though she's not overpowering, we have seen Rodriguez get her share of strikeouts this season. Does a nice job in there. It's a good 1-2 punch. And that ball is lofted toward third, and that is going to be an out. Mia Rodriguez catches it for the third out. So, runner is stranded at first. we have played 2.5 innings, and it is Weslaco over Brownsville Hanna right now, 9-0. And now we are going to begin the bottom of the third. And coming to bat, Alexis Solis. She is at the bottom of the order tonight. Been in the game the whole way. And she had a single in the first inning. And again, she wears number 4, a freshman, playing shortstop tonight. We'll go back to the top of the order, and we'll see who's batting at the top of the order. I know there's a lot of changes. It's going to be Julie Rodriguez batting at the top of the order. Yeah, she came in for Lily Torres. So Lily is out of the game after she singled in her first 2 at-bats. So she had a total of 2 at-bats tonight, Lily Torres. She played second to begin the game and singled twice, but again, she is out. She is our lefty starter, and that is going to be at least a single in the center field. Gets cleanly by the center fielder, not misplayed, and that is going to be an honest double. So Solis begins the third with a double. Julie Rodriguez getting her first at bat. She's played right field quite a bit this season, as well as pitch, so she's no stranger to the plate. And she is going to see what she can do. Again, 9 hits so far, I believe. And that's going to be a grounder to short, picked up cleanly, thrown to first. Runner will advance to third, and it will go over the third baseman's head, an error on the throw, and the run scores. Solis comes in. So Solis on a throwing error scores following the ground out. So the ball was a ground out. Martinez threw it cleanly to first to Rios, but then Rios on the throw toward third trying to get out the runner, overthrew the ball, an error, and Solis came in. All right, now we have another player in for Weslaco, and it's going to be number 10, Stacy Batista. We've seen her as a designated player before, also plays outfield. She is a junior. She's playing right field tonight. Thanks for the update, Beto. And Beto Chavez, our PA announcer. And that is going to be lofted, and that falls in, hits the wall between right and center, and that is going to be a 3-base hit, clean 3-base hit. So Batista comes in on her first at bat. She's playing for Caitlin Garcia. Katia Reyes at shortstop now. She's our starting pitcher. Reyes has singled in her 2 at-bats after striking out the side in the only inning she pitched, the first. So it is now 10-0 after scoring 9 in the first. Weslaco shutout that is in the second, but has 1 run here. Now there's a roller to short, and that is not going to be in time. Runner will score from third. So fielder's choice. And we see, again, another run in. Batista comes in. Reyes is at first. Jordan Diaz has just come in, a senior outfielder. She's playing what now? Jordan Diaz is in. We're not quite sure what position she's playing, but left field, okay. She is in at left field. It is now 11-0. And that ball is going to be muffed by the catcher, but I think the runner was already off. Would that be a stolen base? Not a wild pitch or a pass ball. It's going to be a stolen base for Reyes. And again, we have just one out. Romy Nunez is next. That is going to be a roller to short. Shortstop's done a good job mostly, but couldn't quite pick that up. I would say that was a tough chance. We'll give it a hit. All right, that was a tough chance. It's short. I don't think it was an error. It was hit pretty sharply. So Jordan Diaz gets on.
First baseman, number 22, Romy Nunez.
Romy Nunez is up. She walked her first time up. Only batter to get on. Last half inning. The last half inning, only 4 batters came to the plate. A nice job by Hanna that half inning. And she's going to foul the first pitch back. So, and I know her dad, Alex Bravo, working scoreboard, helping with scoring tonight. Would love to do some cheering. I don't see any rule up here saying you can't cheer. I know some press box has. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think Beto's going to give him a shoulder rub down. He's getting nervous with his daughter at the plate. So, Beto, always a friend, always there to help out. We're just joking. But now she does loft that ball, and it is going to be caught by the right fielder. Right fielder got a nice jump. I thought it was going to drop. Sorry there. But the runner comes in. She gets an RBI, so you can smile there, okay? Your daughter got an RBI. All right, sacrifice fly to right.
Up next for the Lady Panthers, the catcher, number 9, Tori Sanchez.
Catcher Tori Sanchez is in. So Nunez gets in the scorebook with an RBI. And is now 12-0. At first base right now, again, Jordan Diaz. Reyes just came in, right, on that. Again, we've had so many movements here. I've tried to make sure I've got it all straight. But it's good. It's good that everybody's getting in, though, and playing. Mia Rodriguez on deck, playing third now. And that is going to be a wild pitch. And Diaz goes down to second. Again, 2 outs. Again, 12-0. 9 runs in the first, 3 here in the third so far for the Lady Panthers. Ball outside. I dare say, and you guys can correct me, but hasn't everybody got in the game? I think every player on the roster that's active tonight. Madison Lopez was a runner, so she came and ran. I know we're looking over the roster to see. Madison Lopez is not batted tonight, but she was a runner, designated runner, and that's a walk. That's a walk right now for Sanchez.
Up next for the Lady Panthers, your third baseman, number 34,
Mia Rodriguez coming in. So you got to feel good. I know, obviously, Alex feels good because his daughter got in, but all being serious here, you got to feel good if you're a Weslaco fan because everybody got to play tonight. Yeah, or a parent. Obviously, the parents are pleased. They all got to see their daughters play, so that we know that. Nobody will be complaining to the coach tonight that they didn't get to see their kid play. We know that's not going to happen, right, Alex? You can talk for the parents tonight. So he represents the parents. Says don't complain to the coach tonight about that your kid didn't play. Now we're having a little fun. When you're winning like this, you want to have a little, and we're not being disrespectful to Hanna. They actually are making a pretty good effort out there, trying the best they can. They're just overmatched, but they're a young team. But they're playing their best, giving their best effort. We're not making fun of them at all. Actually, their fundamentals are pretty good. They just don't have the experience. And Coach Boomer out there would tell you, their coach. They're just overmatched. They don't have the experience. But did our photographer, our videographer, catch it? Someone said that Vinny Berry might have caught that. Did Vinny dive for it? I can't see from my angle, so we'll find out from Vinny later. Does he got a souvenir? Now, if he catches it while he's working the camera, he deserves to keep it. He deserves to keep it. And also Val, he was working tonight too, okay? Yeah, Val's got to protect the computer. So Val Zamora catches a ball. These are 2 people from KWS working tonight besides me. He's got to protect. He's kind of our on-site producer. He's got the computer and stuff over there. If he catches the ball or Vinny does, they should be able to keep it. All right, that is going to go deep, and that is out of here. Oh, that is a 3-run homer. Mia Rodriguez, 3-run homer, second homer of the night. Alexi Escamilla also had a home run tonight. She had it to center. So that makes the score now 15-0. And will that be the game? All right, so that is the game. And we have played, we were in the third with 2 outs, but that is it, 15-0. And again, I want to thank Val Zamora. We just mentioned him, our on-site producer, Vinny Barry, our photographer, our videographer, all did a great job. And once again, this game ends 15-0. Weslaco Panthers over the Hanna Lady Eagles. Weslaco now 9-2 overall, 4-2 in district. Lady Eagles fall to 3-8, and they are 1-6 in district. Again, we are here in Weslaco. I'm Scott Harrison. This has been a K-West production.